before I start rolling, let me get a quick mic check. Give me 1 second. Just want to hear this on the stream. Hey, there it is, beauty. All right, PML, y'all know what the fuck is up. It's your boy Bubba. I'm gonna keep this rolling, keep it going early. We did that pre-week 1 press conference this morning, and it looks like me and Vet will be playing our game later tonight. So I'm gonna get this in now. We're gonna talk about week 1 a little bit. We're gonna talk about what I expect week 2. I talked about a bunch of the preseason stuff, or I mean the full schedule, but we're just gonna go into mostly like a little more in depth what happened last game. So we did come out on top versus Codes and the Colts. It wasn't pretty at times. Definitely not pretty at times, but we got the job done and maybe a little extra at the end. I'll go into that real quick, but let's look at the score. Let's look at the stats. 38-17. Offensively, we just did our thing. That's not a surprise. Held him, honestly. Defensively is where I feel like we had a pretty good game. For me, at least, this is no offense to Codes. Maybe I'll be able to hop on to Midnight Madness pretty soon and talk about with Codes how he felt. I honestly never felt this game. I don't want to say it was never close, but I never felt like I was in the backseat. I always felt like I was in the driver's seat. I was controlling the paces of the game. I was in control of this game from the moment I touched the ball on the opening kickoff. So he did do a couple things that, you know what I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't ready for, but I didn't execute very well in. And I'll go in that a little deeper. Okay, let's keep looking. Offensive pass yards, obviously. Rush yards. I feel this is something Coach still hasn't really caught on against me yet. I will run that fucking rock. I will run that shit right down your throat if you let me. I would much rather pass, but Matt Breida is a very solid player. Turnovers. This is a big thing. I turned the ball over twice on 2. I feel like they were both offensive mistakes. It wasn't that he made great plays, especially the one to Zach Moss. That was an absolutely brutal throw. I should not have thrown it. Honestly, at that point in the game, it was a fuck it throw. I don't know why I did it. I can't give you a good reason. It was an awful throw. I should not have thrown it. He was not open, but I did what I did. The other one, he was messing with his zone drops throughout the game. So he had Xavier Howard right in the sweet spot where I wanted to. I mean, if you have a curl flat concept on one side, I'm kind of reading that outside corner to see what he wants to do. I want to see if he's biting down the flat or if he's gonna give me that curl. And he was kind of right in the sweet spot, and I just made the wrong read. I probably did have the flat looking back, but he was just in the sweet spot that he made me think I had it, and I threw it. So good on him to mess with those zone flats or those zone depths and get me thinking. He made a nice play. I don't think it amounted to anything, that drive. If I remember correctly, he fumbled, but that's irrelevant. That was a good play by him. Let's get more into the player stats. Obviously, I feel like this offense goes through Josh Allen. He didn't have a perfect game again. Those 2 picks I just talked about. And if you look, the longest pass was only 32 yards. So, pass interceptions. I can't. Passing. Oh, I'm fucking retarded. Yeah. Longest pass, 32 yards. Yeah, so for an offense like mine, where I can really stretch the field and I can really get things going vertically, I think Coach did a very good job of making me check down all game. And that's just something I feel like comes with like playing your opponent 3 times in the span of in-game Madden, like 4 weeks now, for him at least. So in week 18, he played a wild card game. He played me again, and then he plays me week 1. So he's played me 3 of the last 4 weeks. He knows what I want in that sense. So I think he did a very good job there. I got sacked twice. One clip is in chat. It wasn't pretty. It was that escape artist. You know what I mean? It can get me in trouble sometimes. But besides that, 27-31, just absolutely money efficiency wise. Again, if you're gonna make me check down all game, I'll cook you in it, because Josh Allen will get the ball there instantaneously. So that's what he did in the air. and I didn't have a lot of passing touchdowns. I had one on a corner out to Dawson Knox on the goal line, actually, out of goal line. Besides that, what we did our damage today was on the ground with Josh Allen. Burita had a really solid game. Efficiency-wise, 5.8. He didn't have a touchdown, but that was by design. Unless he's getting a home run, he's not touching that ball by the goal line unless it's a reception, just because he's not that guy. He's not going to fight for yards like that. He's small, he's quick, and he does the role he's in, he excels in, but I'm not asking too much of him. If we're down by the goal line, I'm either giving this bitch to Zach Moss. I'm giving it to fucking, where is he? Show me. Where is he? Where's fucking, oh, they're hoeing me. Ed Oliver got a rushing touchdown today, and they're not going to credit him with it. What the fuck's happening? Come on. I'm giving it to somebody down low, not named Matt Breida. Ed Oliver did get a rushing touchdown. They're not going to show it. He got a fullback dive. Cookie was telling me about, hey, you can put... that's bullshit. He said you can put your. I saw something happen with my lineup where Ed Oliver was in at fullback. I said, yo, that's crazy. Whatever. Everyone knows the refrigerator Perry. He was bigger than 287. Like Ed Oliver, bigger than 6'1", 287. But your DT at fullback, and he's not very good. I've tried in practice mode, give him even just some wide open flat passes. He drops every ball, but he's good for 3 inches at the goal line. So he did get a rushing touchdown, and then as we saw, Josh Allen. I know coach didn't like it, but it is what it is. You gotta watch out for on the goal line. That QB wrap is deadly. I had two QB wraps, and I had one scramble where he pinched his D line and sent 3. I had all day in the pocket. I was just waiting. I saw my opening and I took it. Again, that's just something. I feel like that's a mistake, a user mistake on his part. You can never just rush 3 in this game. You just can't. It does not work. I learned that season 1 versus Mole. I will sit in the pocket for 45 seconds if you're gonna rush 3 and just let me wait. He did that a couple times this game. I made him pay every single time. You cannot just rush 3 in this game. It will not work. So that's something. I mean, hopefully he picks it up from this game. Hopefully he learns something from that. But that's what that is. I feel like on the ground, Josh Allen obviously was very efficient, at least touchdown wise. He did go 7 for 15, so not very efficient yardage wise. But that's what it is. Receiving, a guy stepping up. Matt Breida, like I said, if you're gonna let me pick you apart down low, I will pick you apart down low. And I mean, call it spam, call it what you will. He's sending his zone drops back. When you ever seen DK Metcalf go 247? You don't, because he was playing. That was his goal of his defense today. Is, hey, we're not getting with this deep ball. But luckily, this offense is talented in a lot of different ways. And so we got guys like Matt Breida, 10 for 144. Dawson Knox, 7 for 101. Diggs came in clutch a couple times. Diggs had one in particular late in the game on a 3rd down, a comeback route. He just, like, stuff like that. If you give him routes that he can run, if I'm doing a comeback, if I can get him, even like a lot of times on some of those skinny posts and stuff, like, he can really do some damage. You press him at the line. Like, Stephon Diggs is that fucking dude. Don't get it twisted. Gabe Davis did not really get involved. That's something I got to work on. But whatever. We got the ball, different guys. We got to work. We got what we need to get done. Receiving, he did have a pretty good day with John. He had an absolute dime to Jonathan Taylor. That's probably where is it long 56. That's where all his yards come from. Outside of that, I feel like we'll move on to defense. Defensively, I felt like he had nothing all day. He did have that dime to Jonathan Taylor. I can't remember his other scores. Oh yeah, he had one. I don't want to call it fluke, but he had one like 70. I'm gonna look at it right now. To his rookie, 179-yard pass where he mossed the fuck out of my safety. I whiffed on a tackle and he just racked it with like 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. So take that for what it is. Good or bad is what it is. Defensively, I felt, let's see. Ed Oliver had a sack. That's nice. The rookie Monteric Brown had a sack. That was nice. I know Micah Hyde had 1 or 2 picks. The old man still getting it done. Those are the 2 picks. Xavier Howard, Buda Baker. Trey White had one to kind of seal it off at the end. So no one really. I mean, besides maybe Micah. Micah had a good game, but no one really stood out. No one had a crazy game. It was. I feel like especially when you're facing a team like the Colts where they want to run the ball, it has to be a team effort, and I have to just throw bodies at the line of scrimmage, throw bodies at Jonathan Taylor. So hey, if you're gonna run this ball, you're gonna fucking earn it. And when you got a quarterback like Anthony Richardson in, I mean, he's going to fucking earn it. 10 for 24. He did 41% completion, 3 picks. He did have 2 touchdowns, but he did not have a very good game. At one point, I think he was 1 for 8 early in the game. So that was kind of my thing going in. If you're going to play Anthony, same thing in the playoff game, in Week 18 even. Like, if you're going to beat me with Anthony Richardson or De'Ara King or Carson Strong, then you're going to beat me with them. I'm not going to let you just run JT all game going wild. Like, that's just not, well, at least that's my defense. If you're going to do it, you're going to fucking manhandle my defense, and I'm just not going to have an answer for it. But I'm going to throw those fucking bodies at the ball, and that did work, at least this week. So obviously that won our favor. That was all we can ask for out of this game. We had a good game overall. Like I said, I never really felt like we weren't in control, to be honest. That's just how I felt. Off the first snap, you never could really keep up. And so yeah, we'll move on to week 2. Let me just double check something real quick. Okay, yeah. So we'll move on to week 2 real quick. So, like I had said earlier, I believe me and Vet should be playing around 11:30 tonight, as per DMs. So, again, take that for what you will. Maybe there's a change of schedule, but that's what we got going right now. And if I am not correct, Kyle Pitts is suspended for this game. So that is a massive blow for him. Already, the Falcons don't have the best roster. And, real quick. Nice little upgrade after last game. Trey White, already the best player on my team. +1 speed. Look at that. Wait, real quick. +5 tackle. Bro, what? +5? That ain't too bad. We'll take that. So that's big. That's a big speed upgrade for a 28-year-old corner, too. 92, 93 speed, and he's already a stud in everything else. So he just gets even that much better to the Falcons. So yeah, I believe they are the Kyle Pittless Falcons, which this dude is an absolute goon. And do not get it twisted. Vet will abuse the fuck out of him. We've seen it last season. This dude was going wild. So he did play 6 down. That's preseason. He was allowed to play preseason. He did not play week 1. So yeah, if he didn't play a single snap, he's suspended, which is brutal for Vet. But he does have Hayden Hurst. Let's go through the roster. We'll get to it eventually. Matt Corral will be starting. Again, I mean, if you're going to start Matt Corral against me, nothing against Matt Corral, but he's going to beat me. Actually, let's look at this team. I'm not too worried about Matt Corral. Darrell Henderson, Breece Hall, and Zach Evans. I mean, I want to see how Breece Hall looks. Breece Hall kind of nasty. I'm going to keep it a buck. Breece Hall kind of nice, but I mean, they ain't nothing special. Calvin Ridley nice, but he's gonna see a lot of Trey White today, especially with that little speed boost. He's gonna see a lot of Trey White. Jarvis Landry trash. Amide Zacchaeus trash. All these are trash. I'm not worried about that. Hayden Hurst does have a little bit of speed. That's something we're gonna have to watch out for. It's actually very nice tight end, backup tight end. Yeah, Evan Neal, superstar too. So that might be something. I mean, we just have to scheme around, especially if we do have Ebenezer, who has been a little better. His D line. That's tough. 66 starting, 83. Grady Jerry is a goon. He didn't have abilities no more, if he ever did. BJ Ojolari, DeAndre. So he actually has a. Yo, those linebackers are fast. So, I mean, that's something. So again, that I feel like that's a good strength of his team, but that plays. You know what, bro? This is not even bad, bro. Kendall Sheffield, this dude kind of nice too. AJ Terrell, nasty, 93 speed. He just got a speed upgrade and a jump upgrade. So I mean, he's pretty nice too. They do got some ballers on defense. I'll give that. He's done a really good job. BJ Ojolari, Deion Jones. You know, he's got the speed. I mean, he looks pretty fucking nice, dude. 90 speed, 85 zone coverage, 85 jump. He's one of those like hybrid linebacker safety type guys. Even though he's gonna play linebacker, he's gonna be shitty like a linebacker in this game. He's definitely solid for a middle linebacker. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. Olakun. Again, like, so when I got a guy like this on my team, Shaq Griffin, where he's got that speed, but if you look at this dude got everything else. He's got great hit power. He has really solid tackle. He has all right zone coverage. He's great awareness. 88 jumping. That's huge. How tall is this dude? 6'2", 88 jumping. Like, this is a really solid guy. Even solid 70 block shot is not great, but it's not awful. Especially for a linebacker, that's not awful at all. Like, he's got some ballers on this team. So, I feel like at corner, even AJ Terrell, these guys aren't going to be able to keep up with my wide receivers. These linebackers, I don't know how much Dawson Knox will be seeing that ball just because of the matchups. That's going to be tough, but we're going to see what we can do. I'm confident in my offense against anybody, but he does have some ballers, and especially if we can get the score up a little bit early, I don't expect this offense to put up very many points to keep it a buck. He just, especially without Kyle Pitts, it's not a superstar offense by any means, but we're gonna see. Let's real quickly check out what he did week 1. He did lose. See how that went. Okay. Let's see. So Falcons played Cammy, and he lost by a couple scores too. And wow, how you lose this game? Turnovers. That's what it is. So I mean, yeah, if he's gonna throw 4 picks to me, I promise you I'm gonna win this game. If he's gonna throw me 4 picks, I will win this game. Breece Hall got a lot of totes. Actually, Zach Evans got a lot of totes. Breece Hall just made the most of it. So what's his name? Fucking Darrell Henderson's not even touching the rock. Calvin Ridley got his catches. Hayden Hurst, yeah. So I mean, got the picks. DBs, I'm assuming. 2 to Lattimore and 1 to Jones. So yeah, he's trying to throw this rock. It's just not working. He's trying to throw it past these corners. Like, he don't got that. Macro just not that guy. So if that's the case, I don't have the best of defenses, but I got some Hawks back there who, if you're gonna put it up, I'm gonna come down with it a couple times. So as far as that goes, I feel like I got to come into this game, like, that's one thing against codes I feel like I didn't do very well, is I got to come in serious off rip. I got to put up some points and just play smart. Don't turn the ball over. If he's going to turn it over to me, that's fine. We're just going to run the ball, play smart, get our yards, whatever, score. We're just going to play a smart game. This should be a win. Real quick, before we get out of here, I'll just do a quick roster breakdown. So we got any changes? Let's see. Big game from Dawson Knox last week. I think I said in that last preseason, I want to get him involved this season. That's one of my goals, and especially if you look at the moves, like when I'm playing week one, he's a target that I got to get involved week one. When you see Codes go out there and get Buda Baker and Xavier Howard, and he trades away some of his linebackers and like an O lineman, you know what I mean? Like he gets weaker at some of those positions. Dawson Knox, a guy who can exploit that. So he came up big. Same with Matt Breida, but I'm not sure if it will be done tonight. But Josh Allen does have these three abilities now. This should be Homer, sideline deadeye, and protected. These two are kind of trash, but sideline deadeye is definitely a welcomed addition. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. So that'd be nice if I got him. I do got Spencer Brown starting right now. Not because he's better than Darrell Williams, but I did have an anonymous coach hit me up for Spencer Brown just because. I mean, look at me, 6'8", and he has 92 strength. Don't let that 96 strength fool you. I have +4 on all my linemen. So he is a very solid, like especially if I were to put Condon him at 25 years old, like he could be a fucking beast. He doesn't have any of the other passing or the blocking stats, but he's a guy that I had him starting last year, actually, a guard, but I have a little more versatility with a couple of these guys back there now, especially Skura. I signed him to a 2-year deal last year, and I mean, he's solid. He's a guy that I can move around, center, guard. I won't be putting him at tackle, but I want to try Spencer Brown out a couple. If he's getting absolutely cooked, I'm taking him out. But he's also very athletic for a 6'8" dude. Like 73 speed. Look at that, 84 excel, 76 agility. Super athletic. I'm not gonna be having a fucking pulling tackle on most plays, but I figure it can't hurt, right? So that's something to watch, at least for this game. We might try that. We might mix him in here and there. Another guy who I tried to get in a couple times last week, Zach Moss, is so fucking bad, dude. I want him to be good so bad. I really am trying, but this dude is garbage. This dude is fucking trash. He's slow as fuck. He has no, agility. His change direction's 80. I don't know what I was expecting, but he's fucking garbage, dude. He's trash. Gabe Davis has to get a couple more touches this week. Defensively, I would like AJ Epinesa to make an impact on these games. He's getting there eventually. He's not quite there yet, but I mean, he's still a work in progress. Ed Oliver it always has solid games, especially now that he's getting up there in Dev and all his stats. He's a problem now. Matt Milano had a really, really solid game. Really solid game. And again, he's another one of those guys who look at his stats, he's not great at anything by any means. He's actually pretty fucking shitty. He's not a pass rusher at all. His own coverage is above average, but he's not fucking great. He's there. I mean, he is what he is, but he came up big last week. I touched on Micah Hyde. One guy who didn't look great. I've been with the idea of trying to get DB anyways. Don't let these stats fool you. This dude's he did not do very good. 3 passes defended. Yeah, whatever. They had a fucking Stevie Wonder at quarterback last week. I'm not putting no. I mean, hopefully I'm proven wrong this week. Hopefully this dude comes out, makes a couple plays, but I think we're going to be in the market for a DB at some point before the deadline, because I don't think Moreau's going to cut it as a number 2. Maybe he can play in a nickel role. I was trying to mix it up with my user. I got Micah a couple times. I got used pick with Micah, actually. I was trying to just throw in whatever. I use this Monteric Brown, whatever his name is. Trying to mix up the user a little bit, especially, like I said, when you play somebody 3 times in the past 4 weeks, they know what you like to do. He was trying to, you know how he fucking codes bitch ass is. He was trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to call up my plays and shit. Oh, he give me a user and after days, I'm gonna fucking cook him here. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I wasn't doing that shit. It is what it is. I think defense played pretty well last week. I'm looking forward to I want to see what Fabian Moreau can do. I want Ashton Davis to come down with at least one or two. If he's gonna throw it up there, I need Ashton Davis to come down with a couple of them. Like I said last week, he did have a forced fumble, so good for him. Like I said last week, this is a guy I am gonna try to focus on getting a dead this season. Him and Dawson Knox in particular are gonna be guys I'm gonna focus on. AJ Epineza if possible, but I don't foresee that happening. He's good, he's not great. Special teams, anything important here? No. This shit. No. Practice squad. I did have a coach ask me about Mr. Greg Rousseau, and I had talked about it. Bro, 52 trucking. Get this shit the fuck out of here, bro. Why the fuck does Kenneth Walker have 52 trucking? The fuck is this? I mean, I know how it is. I'm not tripping nobody, JT. I know how the system works. That shit's random. That's based off of, oh, he got 54 trucking now. I know how the system works. I ain't even mad. I did have a coach ask me about Greg Rousseau. I'm gonna trade him. Just because he's not gonna get no time on my squad. He's not. And you know what? While I'm here, ain't nobody watching my ass anyways. Ain't nobody watching this shit. Yeah, we're gonna check out this dude's roster real quick. I'm spoiling the trade, but it is what it is. If there's a trade at all. Normal dev. I mean, he's solid, but I mean, he is solid. If I'm gonna trade for a guy, it's gonna be someone better than that. I'm not gonna A, waste my trade on that, but B, I need a starter. I mean, that dude's not starting on my team right now. It is what it is. This is. I had talks with a couple other coaches. I ain't gonna put that on a stream, but I need to get a DB here. This dude's a goon. I think he just got bench press too, right? With his acrobat. Nuts. He might be the best corner we have in the league right now. 96 speed, 93 jump. He has acrobat and fucking bench press. That dude's a goon. Good on fucking DK for deving him up like that. .98 jump for Dante Jackson. God damn, dude, that dude's crazy. That dude is nuts. I didn't see that. I know Eric Stokes is a goon. 91 jump on him. Marlon Humphrey, I saw he got 96 speed, which is nuts because this dude's not like that in real life. I mean, like I said, I think I play Jack next week. This is somebody who, fuck, I do not want to see on the opposite side of the ball. I'm going to keep that a buck. I do not want to see that dude. But we got a lot of weapons, so I ain't too worried. Denzel Ward, got another goon. There's a lot of good DBs we got out here in this league right now. So, Fly, he got drafted by K-Mac. 6'1", 95 speed. Shit. Yes, I mean, shit, we got our work cut out for us across the whole league. And I do need another corner. Definitely need another corner. So I think I am over. Not trying to count these minutes. Oh, I'm 2.5 minutes away. Basically, what I'm looking at this point is I want, like I said, when I go over with Vet, we're looking at a couple different things. We're gonna have to expose those DBs if we can. That's our strength. That seems to be a little bit, at least depth-wise, his weakness. Offensively, that's what I want to do. Defensively, I want to make him throw that ball in the air. Last week he turned it over against Cammy, and no offense to Cammy, but he's not known as the greatest defensive coach by any means. But if he can force some turnovers, I feel like so can I. So that's kind of my general game plan without going into any specifics. What I want to do. We're gonna feel him out early too. Like what I did against Coach is I didn't touch my zone drops at all game actually, because I'm gonna go into it feeling him out a little bit. I want to see if does he want to throw it, what he's gonna do. I'm not just gonna set my zone drops off rip. So I'll go into it. I'll feel him out a little bit, see what he wants to do. And then defensively, like I said, especially early, like maybe I'll throw in the occasional blitz, but I'm gonna let him run his offense a little bit. I'm gonna rush my 4. I'm gonna let him do his thing a little bit. First couple of drives of the game, see what he wants to do, and we're gonna adjust from there. He's gonna turn the ball over. Period. I'm pretty confident in that. So, and he's not put in a great situation with his roster. So I feel pretty good about this game. As far as our roster, I think going forward, I'm looking at Ashton Davis this week. I want to make a couple big plays. If Dawson Knox can continue, that'd be hot. That'd be nice. Spencer Brown's the guy I'm watching. Besides that, I mean, it's pretty much we're just gonna keep it rolling. We're just gonna keep the same thing that's been working for the past season and a half going. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Like I said, we got this game potentially in about half an hour, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time.